Have you ever felt like your mind is a TV that never turns off? That constant background noise of worries, that feeling that something bad is about to happen, even if you can't say exactly what. You wake up at 3 a.m. with your heart racing, thinking about work, money, your kids, your future, everything at once. You need to hear this. You are not alone. Anxiety has become the silent epidemic of our generation. But here's the good news. More than 2,000 years ago, God already knew we would face this battle, and He wrote down an antidote so powerful it can change your life in a matter of minutes. Today, we're going to uncover that verse. But even more important, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it when anxiety comes knocking at your door.
Picture this. It's 11 p.m. Tomorrow you have an important meeting at work. You know you should be sleeping, but your mind won't slow down. You replay everything that could go wrong. What if I mess up? What if I don't have the answers? What if I lose my job? Or maybe your anxiety looks different. Maybe it's that pressure in your chest every time you check your bank account. Maybe it's that knot in your stomach every time your teenage son or daughter leaves the house. Maybe it's that empty feeling that appears out of nowhere, like a shadow you just can't shake. The Bible is full of people who went through the same thing. Peter, the most impulsive disciple, once walked on water, but the moment he took his eyes off Jesus and started looking at the waves, anxiety and doubt literally pulled him under. Sounds familiar? Or think about Martha, Mary's sister. She was so busy serving, so anxious to make everything perfect, that Jesus had to stop her and say, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things." Anxiety is not a new problem, but God is also not new at solving it.
The verse we're going to explore today is Matthew 6:34. It says something revolutionary. "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." At first, it might sound simple. It might even sound like another, "Hey, don't worry, you've heard 1,000 times." But when you truly understand what Jesus is saying here, everything changes. Jesus is not saying, ignore your problems. He's saying, stop carrying tomorrow today. Think of it this way. If each day has its own weight, why are you trying to carry the weight of an entire week on your shoulders right now? Anxiety is born when we start living in a future that doesn't exist yet. We stress over conversations we haven't had, problems that haven't shown up, scenes that only exist in our imagination, and in the process, we lose the only moment we can actually live in, right now. God gives you grace for today, not for tomorrow. The strength you'll need tomorrow will show up tomorrow. Trying to live in the future is like trying to breathe tomorrow's air. It just doesn't work. So how do you actually apply Matthew 6:34 when anxiety has already taken over your mind? You follow these 3 practical steps you can start using today. Step 1. Stop the mental time travel. Next time you feel anxiety rising, ask yourself, am I worried about something that is happening right now or about something that might happen? 90% of the time, the answer will be might happen. That's where Matthew 6:34 becomes your emergency brake. Say this out loud if you need to. This is not today's problem. God will give me the grace I need when the moment comes. Step 2. Anchor your mind in the present. God designed your body to help you. When anxiety grabs you, take 5 slow, deep breaths. Feel your feet on the floor. Look around and name 3 things you can see. That's how you come back to the present, the place where God actually meets you. Remember Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not being lazy, it's an act of faith. Step 3. Replace what if with even if. This is the most powerful mindset shift. Instead of saying, what if I lose my job? Say, even if I lose my job, God is still faithful. Instead of, what if this illness gets worse? Say,
Even if it gets worse, God will not abandon me. That one simple phrase, even if, turns anxiety into confidence. That's what the prophet Habakkuk did when he wrote, "Though the fig tree does not bud, yet I will rejoice in the Lord." Habakkuk 3:17-18.
Look at Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Here, God is saying, bring me your worries, but bring them with gratitude. Why? Because gratitude reminds you of everything God has already done. Then 1 Peter 5:7 says, cast all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you. That word cast means to throw, to hurl with force. God is saying, don't carry that. Throw it onto me. I am strong enough to hold it. And when Jesus said in Matthew 11:28, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest, He was talking directly to you. That heavy feeling in your chest, that weight that steals your sleep, Jesus is asking you to hand it over. Not because your problems aren't real, but because He is more real than any problem.
Imagine your teenager just got their driver's license. Every time they leave in the car, your mind starts projecting crashes, emergencies, worst-case scenarios. You spend hours in anguish until they walk back through the door. This is where Matthew 6:34 becomes your ally. Instead of living through 20 imaginary tragedies, you stop and say, right now, my child is okay. If something happens tomorrow, God will give me the strength to face it tomorrow. Today, I choose to trust. Or think about a mom who just lost her job. Anxiety whispers, how are you going to pay rent? What about groceries? What about the bills? But Matthew 6:34 quietly answers, today you have what you need. Tomorrow, God will provide, just like He always has. And suddenly, instead of collapsing under the weight of an uncertain future, she can breathe. She can pray. She can take the next step in faith. This is not positive thinking. This is active trust in a God who promises in Matthew 6:26, look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they?
So what are you going to do the next time anxiety comes knocking? Will you open the door and let it destroy your peace? Or will you answer with the truth of Matthew 6:34? Today, I want to challenge you. Write this verse on a note and put it somewhere you'll see it every day. On your bathroom mirror, your phone screen, your desk at work. Let it be your daily reminder. Each day has enough trouble of its own. And when worry attacks, breathe, pray, and come back to the present. Because God did not abandon you yesterday. He is not abandoning you today, and He will not abandon you tomorrow. If this video spoke to you, drop the word peace in the comments. And if you know someone who's battling anxiety, share this with them. Sometimes one word from God at the right moment can change an entire life. Remember, anxiety steals your today by dragging you into tomorrow. But God offers you peace, one day at a time.